Hey, welcome back. So today you might notice that we've got a little bit of a new and unfamiliar background, a new tank right here, which I'll talk more about in just a moment. But where I'm at currently is Singapore. So the reason I'm in Singapore is because I used to live here, and currently my mom lives here, and I used to live here too, but for various reasons I had to move back to Japan. But sometimes I'll come and visit my mom because she's my mom, and yeah, I want to visit her. And also to meet some of my friends who are here and visit fish stores and do fish store tours and stuff like that. So this is basically my mom's tank, or the tank I set up for her last year. It's a really no maintenance tank at all, and I think my mom really likes that because she doesn't really like to get her hands wet and do maintenance and stuff like that. So I made it as easy for her as possible, and I asked her how easy it was, and she said that it's really good. All she has to do is feed the fish and top up the water every once in a while. You can see it is kind of low now, so I will top it off a little bit later on. But I think she enjoys feeding the fish, so I'm happy about that. But if she ever doesn't want this tank, I will take it down for her because I just don't want it to be troublesome, and I don't want to like put a burden on my mom with having a fish tank because she already has enough on her hands. But yeah, also some of you, before we get more into this tank, I just want to let you guys know about, I know some of you guys know about my dog Brownie, and I've seen comments about him. But yeah, Brownie has sadly passed on. He was 14, moving on 15, close to 15, and he is just getting older. But he passed on earlier this year. I was lucky to meet him just like a couple months before he passed on, so I was really happy about that. But he lived here with my mom for the few years that I was back in Japan. So I did get to meet him a few more times, which was really nice, but he is just the best dog ever. And yeah, we'll not get too much into detail about that because that will just make me sad. But just to update you guys, I know some of you have been curious. But yeah, Brownie with a Y, he will always be remembered. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about this tank here. It's a 60 centimeter 2-foot tank. I've actually got one of these tanks in Japan. It's a GEX, G-E-X. Really nice size, a really beginner friendly size as well. I set this tank up last year. I think it was September or October, something like that. It's just a really simple setup, and I've set it up so that it doesn't need any maintenance, no CO2. You can see how all the plants are doing. So let's begin. So first I started with an empty tank, and I put some 𝗲𝘂𝗀𝘀𝗀𝗀 Amazonia soil in the bottom. You can use any type of soil. You can even use potting soil or yeah, whatever you have. But I had some 𝗲𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀 Amazonia soil left over. I still actually have like a little bag of it with like a few grams of it left. But I just poured some of that in, and then I capped it with this brown gravel, a natural looking gravel. This, if I were to choose gravel, this is the color I'd go for. It's the most natural looking and probably the most aesthetically pleasing looking gravel. So yeah, if you're looking for gravel, try to find one that's like this. I went ahead and got myself some plants. I got 3 different types of cryptocorynes. They were all in their immersed form. So I got Cryptocoryne 𝗯𝘂𝗀𝗀 green, Cryptocoryne 𝗯𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀 brown, and Cryptocoryne 𝗯𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀 tropica. So the green is in the back. The brown, I believe, is this over here in this left corner. And then the 𝗯𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 tropica is in the right side. And yeah, the 𝗯𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 tropica and the brown look similar, but I'm pretty sure that this one here is tropica because the leaves are slightly broader. But yeah, try, if you're gonna plant plants that look similar, try to label them when you set them up, otherwise you'll forget and they'll get mixed up. I put in this little filter. It's an internal filter. It's just one I had sitting around at home, and it still works. You can see the suction cup doesn't really stick anymore, so it's just hanging there by thread, but it still works and it circulates the water, so that's all you really need. What else did I do? Didn't really do anything. I put on a light. This was a light I got from 𝗀𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀 Aquarium. If you're in Singapore, you can go visit them because this is a pretty good light. It's been working for a long time now, and I've had it running on this tank for a year, but I've had it running on previous tanks, on different tanks for longer, so it's really good. The color is also nice. I've got two Anubias Nana Petite in here, just left over from Mount Anubias. If some of you OGs remember Mount Anubias, this is some of the leftovers I had. For fish, I've got I think two Amano shrimp and a few cardinal tetras that my mom added in. My mom wanted guppies, and she got some guppies. She went to a fish store and got guppies a couple times actually, but they didn't do well in this tank, and I told her maybe it's because the pH is a little bit soft because I added aqua soil in here and guppies tend to like harder water. She said maybe that's the reason. You could try cardinal tetras or rasboras. So she picked out the cardinal tetras, and for a while they've been doing really great. So also we've got golden pothos or neon, I'm not sure. Yeah, light green pothos, and you can see roots hanging down in there. Yeah, but that is basically it. We've got a lid on here so the fish don't jump out. But you can see the progress from the pictures. I think the plants also melted twice. My mom called me while I was in Japan and she said, the plants are melting, what should I do? Is it okay? Are they dead? I told her, no, don't worry, crypts like to melt and they will come back. So she left them alone, and sure enough, they came back both times. So cryptocoryns, that's why I like them so much. They're really hardy. The only downside is that they'll melt, but they'll surely come back if you don't like drastically change the parameters or anything like that. So about this channel, I want to talk a little bit about this channel too, because I've been thinking of how I want to move on forward with this channel. One thing I did think about was a name change from my name to something more like a brand, because I want to start something, but I'm not going to get into detail with it yet because I'm still not entirely sure, but I am thinking of starting something, but we'll see as time progresses. But another thing is I want to do more fish store tours on this channel, visit fish farms, goldfish farms, koi farms, and various stuff like that, plant farms. So if you have any suggestions, places I should go, definitely put them in the comments below. But moving forward, I'll be starting to do that more. Also showing my fish room a little bit. The last few years I've been doing videos like every week about my fish room and all the progress, and there's been so much progress going on with that, so I wanted to document that all. But now the fish room is starting to come together. There's still a few changes I want to make, which I'll document, but after that, the fish room is like almost done. So yeah, every once in a while I'll probably set up a new tank, make a video about that, maybe do maintenance or show you guys what's going on in the fish room, but it won't be the fish room every single week. And yeah, also the goldfish pond that I've got, we'll do some videos about that, but it's not gonna be the same every single week. I want to start traveling more and getting more different variety content. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, I might not be posting every week. For the last few years, I think ever since I started YouTube, I've been posting every Friday. I might be slowing that down, but I want to make better quality videos, maybe slightly longer videos, it depends, I'm not too sure yet. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, or if you are subscribed, definitely press the notification bell, because I don't know if YouTube like notifies you anymore if you're subscribed. So press the notification bell so that you are subscribed when I post a video, because I will be... Okay, it's 10 at night, so that's when the lights turn off. I've got it automated too, so my mom really doesn't have to do anything. I don't think I'll ever stop posting videos on YouTube, so be sure to get that notification bell on so that you know when I post, if you're interested in the content that I have to provide. Also, I will be focusing a little bit on making some members content, and the members content will be a little bit like unfish related, so it might be travels or going places or what I eat. If you're interested, if you're not interested, don't bother, but yeah, I know some people are interested, so I will be documenting that. I've got some videos already done and I just have to edit them, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.